Bosses or characters next. Note there is some overlap.
Bosses.
Bosses?
Yeah.
Okay, I have taken the liberty of sorting the bosses by order of encounter. Note that you can encounter certain bosses in a different order. But for the most part, this is the set order. This might be the order I did it in, rather than like a recommended order.
Okay.
Can you see the first guy at all?
He's
It's very pixelated.
green.
Let me.
All right, now I'm seeing a bit more of him.
Well, that's better. Yeah.
Uh,
Now is this like I love the design or like this just seems like a good creature because
this is hanging with, right?
Yes, this is.
Yeah.
okay.
Awesome.
This is going to be a lot of low stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
fair
I
enough.
anticipated that.
Uh,
Let me just scroll up a bit. So we
I,
can.
honestly, for this one, I just feel blank face. This feels like every first big encounter that you do in D&D.
This guy feels like he is the boss of quintessential meh.
Yeah, I agree.
That is
Like,
perfectly
just no-
fair to say of the first boss of the game. This is the Asylum Demon.
Like, he has very first boss energy. He really wants to be a better boss, but isn't.
This demon is responsible for keeping all the undead in the undead asylum. He hasn't been doing the greatest of jobs. Because a lot of undead have gotten out. Including yourself.
Oh boy.
Oh.
To be fair, those undead did have assistance. We'll get to that later. This boss can be defeated before you even have your proper equipment.
Okay. This boss looks like his weak spot is just like the bridge between his horns. Like you just one good chop there and he's done.
Like this guy seems like a faster version of the previous guy.
Yeah.
So, blank face
And honestly,
again.
the third guy just
Minotaur-eyed.
feels like the previous guy but flying.
Yeah.
Blank face again.
Like, they all feel like the same family.
Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
above or below the Asylum Demon?
Say above, because it looks like he has at least a little bit more going on.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, there's a little more personality.
This is the Taurus Demon. You are right, Jacob. The recommended strategy for defeating this boss is plunging attacks. There is a tower with a ladder you can climb up and do plunging attacks off of.
Oh, perfect. Good on you, Dark Souls. I just based on how you made the character, you could sort of see the weak point.
Boss has like a sideways leap attack, but is also on a narrow sort of castle wall. It is perfectly possible for him to do that sideways jump attack and die.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, you know what he kind of looks like?
Right where he
Kind of looks like a
belongs.
death claw.
What's a death claw?
Kind of looks like a death claw. Yeah. What are the options again? You know what? I want to get to know this guy better.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I will say I am lowering my standards a little bit for these bosses though, because
Yes.
I think all of them, like in real life, I would probably just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him.
That is very much.
But
for the
as far as
best for
Dark
both
Souls,
of them.
yeah, as far as Dark Souls bosses though, like I want to get to know this guy better. Got wings, got a big axe, doing a big roar. One arm looks bigger than the other. Well, what's your story?
Yeah, this guy has some lore to him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think this guy actually does have lore to him. This
Oh, frick.
is this is one of the bell gargoyles. You fight 2 of them at once. The second one shows up, I think, about when the first one reaches half health. They guard one of 2 bells of awakening.
Okay, they're a team. They have a job. They work together only when they have to. I feel like this is apt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only other thing I can tell you is you can cut off his tail and get his tail axe.
Fun. That's actually
That's
fun.
cool.
That's a fun way to get a weapon.
There are multiple enemies that
okay.
have this feature.
Yeah, that's cool. You know what, Dark Souls? That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool idea. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I would hang with this. I would hang with
This is this one's it's not Mothra, but it's giving Mothra vibes. And Mothra's cool.
Yeah. I agree.
Would hang?
Would hang. Would hang.
Would
hang
hang.
out,
I
yeah.
have to move them up there. This will take me a moment. Would hang.
Yeah. Would hang. Would hang. I like it.
Any other comments?
Not really.
Yeah. I like the gradient. Looks very looks very cool. Like I like the green to blue.
Tranquil and serene.
Yeah. They strike me as someone who like just by sort of talking to him for a while, you kind of like de-stress.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Moonlight Butterfly. It is
Okay.
a
Good name.
giant butterfly with magic powers, including basically a magic missile spell and a laser.
Sounds dope.
Alright.
Uh,
Yeah.
They are a pretty boss, I will agree. And the best part is you encounter regular enemy versions of these later in the Crystal Cave.
Oh.
Okay.
To Andrew's point before, it's Mothra meets Godzilla.
Mhm.
Little lasers, but also, you know, flies and cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this butterfly easily has an over 20-foot wingspan.
Yeah. I like where it is at currently. Part of me wants to put it at 10 out of 10 hang, only because I don't think anyone else will come close.
That's fair.
Okay, I'll put her in.
I saw what was coming up. It's got lots of teeth.
Yeah, I also saw that.
Like I
Like,
love
that
the
is-
monster design.
That is someone's phobia.
Like that is some beautiful monster design, but oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
We're not talking about this yet. Let's talk about this.
Yeah. This
Is he wearing a chef's hat?
That is a goat skull.
it kind of gives me Egyptian vibes right off the
It
bat.
looks like it kind of looks like a Frankenstein meets Cat in the Hat wearing a chef's hat with that has just like a nail through it.
It's supposed to be a goat skull.
Just given how low pixel it is.
Yeah.
Here.
Look, I
I'm
did my
teetering
best.
between would hang versus get to know.
Your
Get to
thoughts,
know.
Jacob?
Yeah,
Or
get to know
Andrew?
sounds right.
Yeah, but lower on there.
Lower than
Yeah,
the
right
bell
there.
gargoyle.
Right now. That's good for right now, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Capra Demon. Or rather, I should say a Capra Demon, because there are regular enemy versions of this later on. I don't think this one really has any lore associated with it.
Mm. Okay.
So...
Yeah, hate them? I hate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is...
I love the monster design. It looks so cool, but like,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Yeah. Love the monster design. Like, if we were rating design, ooh, top tier, yes.
Top
But-
tier.
Vibes to hang out with?
No, has none.
Yes, zero negative vibes.
Honestly, I think we can say the same for the next one. I feel like that's safe.
Yeah.
We'll get to her.
Giant fire spider.
We'll get to her.
So yeah, hate.
So this is the gaping dragon.
Bad name. Bad name. Horrible name.
Trust me, there's at least one more worse name in here.
I will also say this is one of the main bosses in my very limited experience with the video. And the joke with this boss is, in under no workplace environment should you ever be described as gaping.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
I may be
hate them.
wrong here, but from what I understand, the lore for this dragon is that it basically underwent a golem-style transformation over several thousand years of living in a sewer to become this
I don't think he's done yet.
to become this all-consuming thing in a place where there's not a lot of food.
Yeah, go back in the oven. The bake's not done.
Yeah.
This is a boss that I did manage to first try.
Nice.
So, and you can't
Congrats.
really say that for
That's
all
awesome.
of these. Okay, I realize you both noticed the lava spider. Are either of you gonna talk about...
The naked lady.
The
up
naked
top.
lady.
Yes.
She looks like her bottom half is a lava spider.
Her bottom half is a lava
Like
spider.
this looks like one of those like distractions. Like it's evolved to have a naked lady up top just so like people go, I will save you, or I will, help you, lady, and then the spider just eats them.
This is a this is an anglerfish. For
Yeah.
people who live in their mom's basements.
Where we gotta put her.
This is one I also just gonna default to whatever Andrew says.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does she really go below Gapy Dragon?
I
though?
hate them less than the gaping dragon.
So this is Chaos Witch Quaylag. The lady
Yeah.
came first.
Yeah. This is a thing.
The lady came first.
This is definitely
I swear.
a thing.
Yeah.
She is one of the more lore-filled bosses of the game, and one of the sadder bosses.
Yeah. She got a sister, I think, right?
You are absolutely correct. She has a sister who's in a similar, yet somehow worse state. The spider portion can't even support its own weight with the sister.
Essentially, after you defeat this boss, if you pick up their item, I know that the sister will think you're the boss, and it's like, oh, sister, I'm so glad you're back. I was so worried about you, and kind of makes you feel bad.
Oh, that's rough.
Jacob pretty much got it covered. Quaylag is taking care of her sick and basically dying sister by harvesting humanity of the people who dared tread in her lair and giving them to sister. Once you kill her, the sister would no longer have access to her humanity stream, but you can start providing that humanity stream. And if you have a magic item, you can understand her language, and because the sister is blind because sick and dying, she thinks you're Quaylag.
Oh,
Yeah.
tis sad.
Good lord.
Yeah, still hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
still hate.
completely fair.
This one I hate in a very different way.
Yeah.
This is an H.R. Geiger thing.
Honestly, I feel like they might have a story or two to tell. Like, you want to know how I got these arms? You know what I mean?
Those are needles. Those look like needles.
Well, I kind of I want to picture it more like a pirate situation. Like they got a peg arm one day and then they just didn't stop.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe they might be a good use. I don't
Yeah.
know.
On the other hand, they're kind of dressed like a priest, which is kind of creepy energy. Does
Yeah.
I'd say doesn't seem like a good hang.
Yeah.
That is
I'm done with that.
a
I
fair
don't
place.
hate whoever this is though.
So this is Pinwheel.
Apt name.
App name.
This is the easiest boss in the game.
Oh.
I wonder why.
You can easily kill this thing before it gets one attack off, if you're fast enough.
Okay.
I don't know the full lore, but I believe Pinwheel is 3 different people that have merged together through necromancy and is continuing to practice necromancy.
All right. I mean, a hive mind isn't bad necessarily.
I love them.
Does that make them any more or less of a good hang?
No.
Yeah, I think it's good where it is.
That's just a hag.
Yeah, that's a hag.
Where do we put
Uh,
where do we put them?
Doesn't strike me as a good hang.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, they definitely have stories, but they're also going to turn you into a frog.
Yeah, they have stories, but they're all kind of political.
Uh,
So this is
I
the
don't know where I
stray
was going with
demon.
that, but
no, that's
okay.
This
Okay.
is the This is a slightly modified character model of the Asylum Demon, and basically the exact same moveset. Just hits harder. You
Oh.
even fight them in basically the same place.
Okay.
The twig crown does seem. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right.
I have to agree with this placement for them.
They don't seem like a good hang, but some people are filled with surprises.
This guy could go either way because he's just armor.
That kind of just looks like a death nut
So
from Zelda.
just something you should know is this guy is huge. This guy is stories tall.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I think that gives him more points in my book.
Yeah. Sit him down around a campfire.
Yeah. Provide shelter whenever needed.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I would hang. Maybe or maybe not that much. Maybe.
Because we don't know what's inside of the armor. That's-
Yeah.
So where are we putting?
Like, he
Put him
could
right
be.
under would hang, I think.
This guy could be a decent.
They seem cool.
Yeah, I want to know him better. Or seem cool.
Yeah.
I'm either way on this one.
I think he seems cool.
Yeah, he seems cool. I mean, just like does not seem like a good hang. They seem cool could also go the other way. Like they seem cool
Yeah.
right now, but they could also not be cool.
So this is the Iron Golem. Believe me, though, I have referred to this boss as the Iron Giant before. They guard Ascend's fortress, right at the top.
Oh.
Apparently, it is possible to knock the giant down and get him to fall off the fortress, from what I've heard. Which sounds really cinematic.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit clumsy, but that's fine.
Like, it sounds like a cooler thing to do than watching the Artorias demon leap off a wall.
Yeah. Like, whoever first discovered that hack probably blew their mind, but everyone else who, followed a tutorial was like, oh, okay, cool. It's a cool way to, speed up the fight. That's the reaction.
Yeah.
They seem cool.
Now, Gandalf the White with a staff and a tail, with a scythe and a tail.
I would hang out with this. I would hang
Yeah.
out with whoever this is.
This is a wood hang.
Yeah, this strikes me as like a cold death, like a not a evil death though, like a death that's like, I'm gonna guide you to the afterlife in a cool way.
Yeah.
I would hang out.
This is this is a Grim Reaper with a heart.
Yeah.
Okay, you pretty much got it. This is Crossbreed Priscilla. And she is one of the few, I think even the only, optional boss.
All right.
She is the boss of the Painted World. She, I believe, is half giant or half god and half dragon. And to the people who live in the world of Dark Souls, that made her all abomination.
Okay.
So she created the Painted World as a place for all similar rejects. She really has no
you know what?
interest
That's endearing.
in fighting you, and more or less just wants you out of the Painted World, but is at the same time is fine with you being there.
Yeah.
She is a
Would
sweetheart.
hang.
That's
Absolutely would hang.
yeah. Yeah. This is in the right spot.
Yes. Good vibes.
I will note that she does have frost powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
She looks snow themed.
But yeah, this is... Honestly, I would probably put her in a 10 out of 10, but I also can respect would hang with.
They seem like a good hang. First
Yeah.
jerk instinct.
I mean, first thing I think of is Kima from Critical Role, so like that's not bad.
Yeah. They look like a knight of some kind.
You
And knights are
said
usually pretty cool.
seems like a good hang?
Yeah.
They seem cool or would hang with?
They seem cool.
Yeah, they seem.
Probably the top of.
Yeah.
Top of they seem cool? Okay.
I think they beat out the giant because their armor is a little more ordained, so they kind of have a little more personality.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Dragon Slayer Ornstein, or Ornstein. I've gone back and forth. They have lightning powers and slay dragons.
Okay, they do seem cool.
I do believe
Yep.
he even participated in an entire war against the dragons.
All
Along
right, maybe
with
that's
others.
a little overboard, but
I should
I mean,
note
yeah, I
there was
guess
a dragon that
Slayer's in the
participated
name.
in the war against the dragons. On the side against the dragons.
Oh, okay. So the dragons were very obviously at fault, I guess.
I don't know the full lore regarding the war of the dragon. Or against
Gosh.
dragons.
Yeah, no.
Get
Seems
it
cool.
together, Sarah. Speaking of which,
That is. Oh, sorry, I cut you off there.
no, sorry, continue. I just saw this guy.
That is not balanced in the slightest. That is.
The hammer? No.
Yeah, I would say not seems like a good hang.
Mhm.
Mainly because they're like armor kilts or whatever kind of looks phallic, and that's not comfortable.
I didn't even look there. Yeah, that's. No.
Like, I don't know if it might just be the picture. It might not be on purpose because it looks like there might be more tassel-y stuff, but as of right now, yeah, it does not seem like a good hang. Sorry.
It is not supposed to be phallic in nature, but that being said, this man is one wrong move from showing everything.
Yeah.
This is Executioner Smo. He is a giant. He smashes people with that hammer when they need to be put to death. And I don't know how this came about, but apparently he started eating them.
There's better ways to kill people than this. Yeah, I think that's a good place.
Yeah.
Like, I would say hate them, but then I look down at hate them, and I hate those two people a lot more than him.
So the thing about Dragon Slayer Ornstein and Executioner Smo is you fight both of them at once. They are inseparable. What do you think of them as a unit? You cannot have one without the other.
Doesn't seem like a good hang.
Like, are they a couple, or is it, like, just a team?
It's a team.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Either way, it does not seem like a good hang. Yeah, I agree. Honestly,
I'd like one without the other, but like both of them together as just being brought down by the executioner.
I'm going
I would say
assume
above
Ornstein's
him alone.
presence brings it up above Smo on his own.
Yeah, agree.
Mm-hmm. But like those two are bound together forever.
Mm-hmm.
This kinda, I kinda like it.
I would like to know more about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say definitively good or bad hang before I get to know them a little bit better. Like, maybe it's just an Octodad situation.
Yeah, like this is Doc Ock from the Into the Spider-Verse.
Those are snakes.
Like, I could see this. Those are
Oh, those are snakes.
I want to know them a little bit less, but like I'm still okay with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so low want to get to know them. Below Capra Demon?
Maybe above.
Yeah, above.
Yeah, he's got more going for
That
him
seems-
than the Capra Demon. I have to agree.
This seems correct.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Dark Sun Gwendolyn.
I don't know why that's so funny. Just someone being named Gwendolyn in the Dark Souls verse, and it's like, no, I'm dark. I'm evil soul Gwendolyn guy. I don't know. That's kind of funny.
He is the son of King Gwyn. Yes, I realize the naming scheme. Which basically makes him like a demigod. Or even, frankly, just a full-on god.
Okay.
He maintains the illusionary son of Anor Londo. He is completely optional, I believe. And I think that's about it with him. Without getting into, like, Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. So, again, that feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
That's a chimera.
that's a good hang.
It is a chimera. Actually, no, I think it's actually a manticore. I believe they consider this a manticore.
Okay.
Or at least I considered it a
Well, that's still a
manticore.
good hang.
Yeah,
That's a good
like
hang.
fur, so can pet, wings, so can fly, scorpion tail to tell you when enough's enough. That's a good hang.
It's... So... Dang it. What
Sorry,
hang with-
I keep saying my like just first gut reactions, but like
No. I'm down.
What hang with
You're
where
good.
they seem cool?
Would hang, but
yeah,
like,
low
lower.
would hang.
So...
Yeah.
This is the Sanctuary Guardian of the Sanctuary Garden. This is the first boss of the DLC portion.
Oh no, they're in that boring tree place?
Yes.
Aw, they deserve better.
They do.
Are a pretty fun boss fight to make up for that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
In addition to the ability to fly, and the scorpion tail, and the ram horns. I think it also does lightning damage. It has lightning breath.
Very cool.
Manticore deserves better
Mm-hmm.
than where they were put. Or as far as location in Dark Souls, not on the list. On the list, perfect.
On the list.
This is just a dude.
Yeah, this is just a guy. I mean,
Blank face.
yeah, maybe higher tier blank face though. Like, they look like just a guy, but they know they're like just a guy. They're not like trying to be anything else.
They're not the inexorable dude.
Yeah.
They're just like the guy. An undead dude.
This is like when someone who's been playing D&D for years goes human fighter. Like they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go human fighter. It's quick, easy. I know how to play it.
So this
Honestly,
is
I think he's middle of blank face.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree, but I'm cool with it.
I'd be up for higher blank face too.
No, it's cool. I'm cool with this.
Sarah's going to say this outright. He deserves better. This is Artorias the Abyss Walker.
Cool name.
After participating in the War of the Dragons, went on to combat the forces of the Abyss. Most noteworthy,
nice.
the Abyss that was sprouting up in Ulasil, alongside his pet wolf Sif.
Right, yeah. I mean, that just sounds like a human fighter.
A really cool human fighter.
Yeah. Like, I stick with my first measurement. Like, it seems like someone who's been playing D&D for a while is like, yeah, I'm gonna just play human fighter now. It's cool, simple. Yeah, it does what it says on the tin. I'll make it interesting. I have some backstory stuff, but human fighter.
In order to protect Sif, he took a really bad hit from the Abyss and basically lost most of the use of his legs and one of his arms, and started to get corrupted by the Abyss. By the time you get to him, a lot of madness has taken over.
Alright, so he's like a John Wick.
He'll do anything to save the dog. Respect.
Yeah, respect.
He is my favorite
Here is
boss
my respect,
fight.
not my hang.
His boss fight just makes you feel badass. Like, you don't mind dying to this guy because it means you get to fight him longer.
I feel like Sarah really wants us to change this.
Hey, that's where you put him. I'm just giving you the lore after you rank him by 5s only.
Yeah. Next to a really cool creature design, but like...
We're not looking
No.
at this, we're looking at this.
I know.
Yeah.
They both look really cool.
It just kind of looks like a dragon with extra steps on this one.
Kinda. I don't hate them, but like they
Yeah.
would not be a good hang.
Yeah, I don't hate them. Doesn't seem like it would be a good hang.
Okay, are they better than Smile, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not below, but like below Pinwheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we agree here?
That feels right. That feels about right.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is Black Dragon Calamite. He is a dragon that was corrupted by the forces of the Abyss. And it might have been willingly on his end, I'm not sure. He has fire attacks, and I think, if I remember correctly, this middle eye shoots out a laser beam.
That's
And
neat.
in order to
Yeah.
fight him,
Not enough.
you need to talk to a giant to have him shoot him down. Said giant, will launch a giant arrow and get him right in the wings.
That's cool.
I mean, I will say it's all it's all cool. But I mean, all the coolness kind of just comes from the fact that
It's
he's
a dragon. It is a dragon. At the end of the day, it is just a dragon.
I'm almost tempted to bring it up to blank face just because it's like your whole deal's you're a dragon.
At the end of the day, it is a dragon. And it's not even.
This is the guy who should be at that quintessential blank face. Quintessential math. This is that fight.
This is quintessential. Is this really top of meh?
No. This is the guy who should have gone at that one really meh boss fight.
Yeah.
Arena. Like
this is the guy who should have gone to the one forest place in the DLC.
Okay, I think Calamite does deserve better than that.
I'm comfortable with Night Guy above Dragon.
Where do we put him?
I'm cool with that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm usually against changing after hearing the stuff, but I mean, you're a dragon. Your whole thing is that you're a dragon, and that's really it.
A corrupted
You're kind
dragon.
of evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is every
thing's from the
DM's
void.
first dragon.
This thing's from the abyss, is it not?
Yes.
Cool.
It looks really cool.
It really does.
I respect any monster that installs RGB lights in their horns.
Those were eyes.
Oh, those are eyes. Oh, frick. That's still cool.
Well, those are horns, but they're also eyes.
The bases are.
Okay.
Okay.
I get
Horn
that. When
eye.
I say RGB lights,
I know.
I'm just gapping and goofing.
He's got fiber optic horns.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not be a good hang.
No.
This is a demon from the abyss with a lot of sharp points.
The real question is, are they above Snow?
They're right where we were gonna put the dragon. Or the other guy.
Where was that?
This is not the needle wheel. Yeah, right there.
Right there?
Perfect.
Right there. Because, I don't hate him.
But he's not a
don't wanna
good
hang
hang.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is someone who is very bad for the friend group, but, he's also really cool.
Yeah. The idea of him is great, but actually being near him, just not a great.
So this is the guy in a Disney Channel original movie who comes on wearing a leather jacket, from my understanding.
Yeah,
Yup.
pretty much.
This is the guy who's 36 and he's playing a teenager in high school.
Mm-hmm. And as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, he's so cool. But as an adult, you're like, how did I ever like this guy?
He has a leather jacket. He has a motorcycle. He smokes.
This is the bad boy of Dark Souls. I think we found the bad boy of Dark Souls.
Yes.
So this is
Can we have another category just called bad boy of Dark Souls?
I can make a bad boy of Dark Souls. We make it black.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you for the BOI.
So
Yes.
this is
Might need to make it one shade darker. One shade lighter, just so that the text can pop.
And honestly, maybe above doesn't seem like a good hang. Yeah, that feels great. That feels good.
So this is Manus, father of the abyss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't get that name by having kids. He just sort of showed up I'm the father of the abyss, baby.
I believe
And everyone's like, hell yes you are.
created the entire abyss.
Yeah, everyone needs a hobby.
This is the arm that
Yeah,
can
very
travel
seriously.
through time and snatch people.
Oh, he's so edgy.
I I
He's
don't
so
know why
edgy.
he has that ability, but he does. And he does it twice canonically.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Does it happen in a later game?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
Like at a later game, you see one of the bosses just ripped out from under you as you're fighting them,
Mm-hmm.
and
Or
taken back to the first
you
game.
defeat him in the first game, but in a later game, later in the timeline, he shows up, or just his hand shows up as like a mini boss that you have to fight.
Yes.
Yes.
Time shenanigans.
Oh yeah, the DLC was all about time shenanigans. It's great.
And can I
Oh.
just say, the whole hand thing really does lean into the fact that he's the bad boy of Dark Souls. Like, I have a cursed hand that can rip through time. Oh,
I'm so edgy. I need to brood.
yeah.
I believe the hand mostly appears as swirly darkness and more eyes.
Oh, so it's kind of like a Bayonetta thing.
Sure. Oh. Okay, here we go.
All right.
The wolf.
I know we gave
Big
10
dog.
out of 10 to Moth, but that's a
A
good
big
boy.
dog. That's a good dog.
That's a good big dog boy. They can share. They can share 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe ahead of Moth.
Maybe ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because that's a good dog. That's a good dog. You can tell that's a good dog.
Mm-hmm. It's got a sword.
It's
That's how you
got a
can tell.
sword. It must be good boy.
Any dog that has a sword is a good boy.
Yes.
So, this is Great Grey Wolf Sif. I think Sif might actually be a good girl, but I have seen it both ways.
Well, they're a good dog.
Yeah, good dog. And I'm not saying BOY, I'm saying BOI. Girls can be boys.
Yes,
Yes.
Sif is precious and has done absolutely nothing wrong.
I mean, how could they?
So there's sort of two possible ways you can go about this based on if you participate in a time travel shenanigans. Or when exactly you participate in a time travel shenanigans. When you find Sif base game, she is protecting the grave of Artorias. And that is his sword.
Oh, she's such a good dog. She's protecting the grave of her human.
However, if we go back to the past via DLC, you can find and rescue Sif when she's still about the size of a regular wolf, aka basically a puppy, and she'll even fight alongside you for the Manus fight.
Oh, hell yeah.
This
The
is
thing
good.
is,
This
if
is
you
good.
do that, she will remember your scent when you go to fight her later. And there's this mutual understanding between both of you that this is something that just has to be done.
Oh,
Best dog.
best dog. Best dog. We need a tier above this called best dog.
I can make a best dog tier.
We need a best dog. I'm sorry for adding all of these, but you keep adding more people that need their own tiers.
How about light gray because it is Great Grey Wolf Sif?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best dog.
Best dog.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Agree. Hard agree. You
also,
cool with this, Andrew? Sorry, I kind of
Oh,
just
yes.
took initiative
No.
here.
You are all good. You are completely correct.
This is a good list. This has made it worth it. This has made it all worth it.
the dog makes it all worth it.
Yeah, the dog
Yeah.
makes the I hate them worth it.
So, Twiggy here.
Yeah, I know you can't really see that. Let me see if I can find a better picture.
Kind of looks like a dandelion. Yeah. This also kind of looks like a Junji Ito character.
I see it.
I'd
Uh,
learn more about them.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like they look kind of imposing, but like their face says like, oh no, it's fine, you know.
This
Don't
looks like
don't
a
even.
high resolution Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, where on do I want to get to know better?
Honestly, what do you think, Andrew? I'm not sure on this one.
Um, Next to, but not above, the snake.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, so this is one of the four kings. They are probably my
Okay,
least favorite boss fight.
From difficulty
fair enough.
perspective or from a mechanics standpoint?
Honestly, both. Here's what happens with the Four Kings boss fight. Well, first things first, you need to be able to Abyss Walk, so you need to go loot Artorias' grave, and Sif is not happy about that. So we're
Fair.
already losing points. Second, what these bosses do is you start with one, and I think every minute or so, another one spawns. And then another one. And then
Oh, the
another one.
boss rush.
And you think it would stop at four. They are the Four Kings. It doesn't. I've had like 8 swarming around me before. But
So
they
how do you
they do share a
stop
health
them?
bar.
Oh.
So the strategy I more or less went with is focus on one as much as possible to make sure it dies before the next one comes up. But if another one happens to swing by or get close, go ahead and hit it if you can, so that the main health bar will at least tick down.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is a D&D monster.
Yeah.
So this is a giant skeleton made up of a bunch of smaller human skeletons.
I think this thing's in the Van Richten's guide.
Hi,
Probably.
sorry, I'm back. Milo's barking. Something fierce. So I was checking on her.
You're good.
All right. Looks like a D&D monster. Where were we?
Looks like a D&D monster. I'm pretty sure it's in Van Richten's guide.
That makes sense. Yeah. It kind of looks like it's wearing a skull necklace, but also it has a skull for a head.
I
Mhm.
think I said this while you're gone. This is a skeleton made up of a bunch of smaller skeletons.
Oh yeah,
I kind of hate him,
yeah,
but like more, but like less than all of the others.
yeah. But top hate, top hate.
Top of the hate.
Like I hate them, but yeah, yeah, but not as I don't hate them as much as uh the other two.
Quailag and a gaping dragon.
Yeah.
So this is Gravelord Nito.
Sorry, Gravelord Meat-O?
Nito. Nito.
Oh, neat. Okay. I was about to say, that is a misleading title.
You may go ahead and make jokes about Gravelord Nito, if you would like.
I mean, most people probably think he's pretty good, but I don't think he's all that neato.
I don't know
I'm
that
sorry.
much lore about him. I think he is basically the god of death,
Oh.
or if
Alright.
not, somewhere up there. And one of the weirdest things is he does have a covenant that you can join,
Okay.
which means you can do stuff for Nito. But at the same time, he is a mandatory boss, so at a certain point, you'll end up having to stop doing things for Nito because he is dead.
What happens when the god of death dies?
I
What?
don't think it ended up changing very much, honestly.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I hate
So,
him. Not as
that's
much as the
fair.
others, but I hate him. Now that's a cool dragon.
That's That's an ice dragon. That's a yeah. It's really cool art, but like at the same time, like that's a very basic dragon.
Are
But like
we
it's really cool art.
are we not gonna talk about the lower half of this dragon?
It's jumping out of ice, is it not?
No. Oh, sweetie, no.
Is it like stuck in the ice?
That is not ice. That is flesh.
Did it like melt? Oh,
Oh.
Those
so
are
it just
basically tendrils.
honestly, it's losing points now.
Yeah. Uh, like I think it's at least in the upper portion of the chart. I don't think I hate them, and I don't think they don't seem like that bad of a hang.
They're kind of blank face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, on
They're,
design
they're upper
alone.
blank face because of design, though.
Yeah,
We're
I'd say top of blank face.
Yeah, top of blank face. The design really goes a long way.
So this is Seif the Scaleless. This is the dragon that turned against all the other dragons in the war.
Oh.
Oh,
And as a reward for his war efforts, Gwyn made him Duke and gave him a dukedom.
Oh, is this the Duke of that one castle?
This is the Duke of the Duke's Archives.
Hey, Andrew, it's our landlord.
yeah. uh,
This dragon eventually became obsessed with the idea of immortality.
as you do.
And I'm going to go with how D&D would phrase it. I don't know if that's how Dark Souls would phrase it. But he's created a crystal and put his soul inside of it. And as long as that crystal is intact, his physical body is immortal.
Okay, we got ourselves a Draco Lich.
Yep. Kill it with fire.
I mean, honestly, as far as landlord standards go, a pretty good landlord still.
I mean, yeah.
I think some of what I'm about to say might be headcanon or theory, I'm not too sure. But in addition to the definite birth defect of being a scaleless dragon, he also might have albinism and be blind.
Oh,
Okay.
makes sense.
He is
I mean, those are all colors that are associated with albinism. The violets, the light blues, the obvious white.
also, one last thing, he is not associated with cold or ice, he's associated with crystals, and crystal, it gets associated with curse, which is petrification.
Okay.
Oh, that's a fun like a fun metaphor they got then. If he's associated with crystal and wants to live forever, and it's associated with both curse and like consistency and all that. That's a fun little nice little nod, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
He's a fun one, I will admit. But also definitely not the most sane.
Mm-hmm.
For looking at this, let me try to find you a better picture. Yeah.
Honestly, first feeling is like would not strike me as a good hang, like bottom tier of that.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I can agree with that. This guy, he gives me lesser
Yeah.
Slenderman vibes. This is a SCP or creepypasta that just didn't get going. Like, he has no edits, he has no fan base. He's just kind of there
Yeah,
in the background.
I agree.
That's an unpainted mini. Well, no, it definitely has some kind of, but like it's not done well.
Where do we put him? I believe he said does not seem like a good hang. Is he below Smo?
Yeah.
The thing is, he has all the legs that kind of just bring him up, brings him above.
Like, those are very humanoid legs.
Yeah. I see myself in those legs, so it's a little bit better.
Like, he's gonna pout and, like, run around the house.
Yeah.
I should note this. He's huge. Like, he's taller
Oh yeah.
than...
Like, he seems like someone who would be huge.
He's taller than the Iron Giant.
Oh, I didn't know he was that big. Frick. Okay.
Dang.
Okay, so... This boss takes the cake for having the worst name. Are you ready for this?
Oh, hit me.
Yes.
This is Ceaseless Discharge.
All right. I mean, that's about there with the
That's
gaping dragon.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate. I'm sure he was very popular in grade school.
I will be right back. Sorry. One sec. Feel free to continue.
You're good.
No, I want you around for the lore on Ceaseless Discharge. So, Ceaseless Discharge is the only son of the Witch of Izalith. His siblings include Quelaag and her sister.
Oh, they're related. That's neat.
For some reason, I guess from a lore standpoint, the Fires of Chaos and whatever magics they were definitely involving that darker version of pyromancy do not take well to males. Not that they took very well to the females of this family unit either. And thus we have Ceaseless Discharge.
All right. Man, who named this man?
I don't know.
Who comes up with the names for Dark Souls bosses? We need to have a talk.
The other thing to note about Ceaseless Discharge is he is overlooking one of his sisters, one that somehow didn't turn into Spider, but she is still dead, but you have to loot it, and he only gets upset at you once you loot it. And then from that point on, Ceaseless Discharge is basically your box standard, he swings his arm down and you hit him when his arm hits the ground type boss.
Okay.
He's the bongo.
Bongo does not work that way, but sure.
Well, you're right. Sorry. I mean, you still have to get the hands though, to be able to get the eye.
He's a pretty easy boss. So. This guy.
This thing.
This guy. It looks like a on fire bee's nest.
Yeah.
It looks like there might be a story there. Like, I might listen to one, see how I like them. But honestly, not striking me as a good hang.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Where exactly?
Where, though?
It's either it doesn't strike me as a hang or might hang with wants or something.
I'm not
honestly,
making
I think I put him above the wheel guy.
Pinwheel?
Okay.
Yeah. That's what my feeling is though. What do you feel, Andrew?
I definitely don't think they seem like a good hang. So I'm pretty willing to give him this spot here.
Okay.
So this is the Fire Sage Demon. This is the third reskin of the first boss you fight.
Oh.
This one's fire flavored.
Wow. Yum, my favorite.
And guess what? It's about
Simply
as
the best
easy as the
flavor.
first and second time around.
You just added a new element to the old boss. Instead of doing slashing damage, this one does fire.
Revolutionary.
Fancy.
Now this looks like a Zelda boss.
This one's just gonna.
It's like a weird Rorschach test. Like I
What do
keep
you
seeing
see
multiple
in this?
things.
I mean, there are
Yeah, like I see like
multiple things here, but they are fused together.
I see a crouching man with a giant arm, and like looking to stage left. I see like a sad dragon like looking up that's like coming like being held by someone else like a rocket launcher. I see just the angriest little Krang like chest burster in there, and I see like a crabby Pokemon, like the Pokemon Krabby, or no Parasect. That's it, the Pokemon Parasect, like right up top.
Andrew, thoughts?
I don't see any of that. I just see a deep sea creature, basically. Like, this guy lives at the bottom of the Marianas Trench, and he's just real.
Can I go ahead and
Like
put him when I
you don't
hate
see
him?
the dragon, like the dragon arm that goes to the left,
I don't see it.
like not like a your classic D&D dragon, like a sad like never-ending story type deal.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
kind of see it.
very vaguely.
Can I
Just a
put...
little
Like
bit.
the little things coming off of it are like a little beard and the white teeth right there, and kind of looking up like sad, like oh.
Can I just
mean,
put it and I hate
kinda.
them? Because that's
Yeah.
where Andrew wants to
sounds
put
right.
them. Where do you think they go, Jacob?
That's where I was that's where I was guessing that they were gonna go.
Honestly, just the fact that it can be so many different things and that it kind of looks like a Zelda monster kind of appeals to me, but I can see that I hate them. Um, I would say top tier. I hate them though.
Okay.
Okay.
I hate them less than Skull Guy.
As I talk about them, this might change. This is the centipede demon. This is a centipede.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
These are
Okay,
legs.
okay, makes sense.
They move.
Yeah. And what's with the like thing in the back there?
I believe it may be another centipede.
Oh, okay. You've hit us with the classic boss of two centipedes. I get it.
We were expecting one centipede, but no, this is two.
They are found, I think, either in or right outside Los Angeles, so they are a lava-based boss. One that likes to walk on the lava in a way that's harder to deal with than Ceaseless Discharge, who, like I said, arms come down.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I look at this and I just see a Majora's Mask boss monster, like the one from Woodfall. You know what I'm talking about?
I hate the one from Woodfall. They disturb me.
Too many limbs, too many appendages, too many, just too many.
Yeah, this
That's
is
too
not
many.
a friend.
Do we
This is
hate
not.
them?
This is decidedly not friend shaped. I hate them. I don't know how Andrew feels about them, but I hate them.
Kinda.
Okay, how much do we hate them on a scale
Yeah.
of Centipede Demon to Gaping Dragon?
Does not spark joy.
By the way,
Does
to bring
not
up a point that
spark
Jacob
joy.
made earlier, your boss should not be named Ceaseless Discharge. I would take my
Oh,
boss
yes,
being named
absolutely.
Gaping over Ceaseless.
Can I just say your boss should not be discharging,
No.
whether it be ceaseless or not.
It just is.
Yeah. But I hate them. I hate this creature. It has just too many. It has just too much. It's all too much.
Did we decide on where?
That's fair.
Right here?
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, so this is the Bed of Chaos. This was the Witch of
The what of
Isolith.
chaos?
Bed of Chaos.
Again, this is another one of those that you should not. This should not be. You will get an HR call if you ever have a meeting with the Bed of Chaos. I'm sorry.
This is generally considered to be the worst boss in the game. At least the
Worst
4
as in
pigs.
hardest?
I'm going to describe this boss as the cheapest boss. Over the course of the fight, the ground starts to fall out. And what she does is she uses these limbs to shove you into those holes of instant death. As you are trying to run around and platform in a game that was not meant for this kind of platforming to get at her weak points.
Yeah, instant death bosses always suck.
I mean, it can be done well if your game is designed around it.
Oh yeah, like I get it, but I mean like, uh, I can see it with like platformers because that's the whole deal of them and like fast restarts and all of that. But I, as a general rule, do not like insta death a lot of the time, just because like most of the time in games, just because like it's like oh. I'm getting punished and I have very little to learn. Like I know, oh, if I step on the spikes, I'm going to die, and that's fine and everything. But like Mario does it well. Like if you land in the lava, if you like at least have like a mushroom, you'll like pop out of it back to where you were or something at least once, and you'll get like another try. It's like okay, I'm not losing minutes of my progression just because I like the physics on this level were a little jittery. Yeah, that's what I mean.
She's just not a good fight.
All right, makes sense. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And finally, the paladin, the stone giant, the hillmonger. They're
Honestly, doesn't strike me as a bad hang.
yeah.
Eh. Like I mean, they might be a little bit like the thing about this character is they look passionate, and that's usually fun.
This guy cares about something.
Yeah. Like I have like we have a sommelier where I work that like will sometimes give us lessons on like wine and stuff that I don't care about like at all. Like I care negative about wine, but just listening to him talk, it's like you can tell the passion's there, and it's so nice. I like that in Hank.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be passionate.
So this is Gwen, Lord Ascender.
Huh.
Oh, is this the final boss?
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is basically your undead king trope. He was a regular undead at one point, but has now gone hollow and is a complete shell of his former self that now just needs to get put down. At one point in time, he definitely cared about something. He had motivation, but now it's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
You are supposed to essentially usurp him as Lord of Cinder and rekindle the flame, assuming that's the ending you're trying to go for.
That's a cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah. Still would hang with.
Yeah, would hang, would hang. Like it has that like one of the like kind of scares that I kind of just hold somewhere deep in my heart is like Alzheimer's and like just forgetting things.
Yes.
And it's like I realize like his whole character is like I realize you were this once great person and you have done a lot of good, but you are no longer you're starting to become a shell of your former self, and for that, like we need to help you in situation. And like that kind of strikes with me a bit. I think.
That is a terrifying concept.
Yeah.
You pretty much hit the nail on the head there, Jacob. I don't think I've heard the going hollow as a metaphor for dementia before, but I do like that interpretation. I usually run under the interpretation of it being someone getting overcome with despair and lack of purpose.
Okay. Makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, good list.
Good list.
Yeah, good list.
Good list.
Yeah, we can zoom out.
Yeah, no, this is a good list.
This is indeed a good
This is
list.
indeed a good list.